Hey guys, today we're going to talk about how to put in a new radio in your Prius. This is a 2010 Prius Generation 3, and it's a pretty good radio. Factory radio comes with the CD player, but I'd like to do a CarPlay. So when I get in with my iPhone, it just shows up. The screen has the same things on it that my iPhone has. It's a touch screen. So I got one from Amazon. We'll put a link in the description below. I just put one in my Yukon. I really like it. So I got the same one, but kind of designed for the Prius. So I'm going to go over today how to, this is the unboxing, taking it out of the box, but how to put this in. It's pretty cool. It has the same kind of shape or frame as the existing one. And pretty simple. It doesn't go back very far because it doesn't have a CD player, and pretty easy to put in. This looks pretty much identical to the one I put in to the Yukon. What I like about the one in the Yukon, same kind of system. Right when I get in, I just start up the truck and my screen shows up and I don't have to do anything. It just shows up the same screen as on my iPhone. There's some things you have to do initially, kind of type of programming to get to start, but it's not that hard to do. So this also comes with some other doodads. Oh, that's cool. You got a trim removal tool to help you get in there. That's great. And you've got your, if you want to hook it up to RCA jacks, you have that. And you have your GPS antenna. So you're going to have GPS right there, even away from your iPhone, your map app. If you just want to have GPS, there's a GPS antenna, it'll run. That's cool. And then you've got your different connectors for power and hooking up to your different speakers. And you got a backup camera too. That's pretty cool. So when you put this into reverse, it'll show up. There's a little camera that comes with it. It'll show up what's behind you. I hooked that up to the Yukon. That's pretty cool. Pretty easy to do. And what else? Let's see. You also have a microphone. That's cool. It even comes with a little Phillips head screwdriver. Wow. And I would imagine these little tiny Phillips head mounting screws. So that's great. Instructions, looks like it's pretty simple instructions, not much there. Maybe they give you a code or something. Yeah, it's just showing you how to do the wiring. So I'll read through that. Shows you how to do the disassembly of the old radio. And once I have that read through, we'll get into it here and get a new radio. That's going to be great. Yeah, big screen. Watch Netflix. Go on the internet. You have a map. You have all this stuff on your phone. And I think I've only paid like $130 for this. Something like that. So pretty cheap. So let's go ahead and get to how we're going to get out the old system and then how to install it. Okay guys, looks like the first thing we're supposed to pry off is this cowling here. So we have a pry tool, stuck it in here, we're going to pry up. Never did this before. So I got it in there, I'm just twisting it a little bit to get it to move. Go up a little higher, twist it. Looks like it wants to come up this edge first. So get it in here. Twist it. Yeah, so I went up here, twisted, getting more and more now. It looks like it's ready to come out. Lift it a little more. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It comes right out. All right, nice. So once you get it pried up, you got some wires connected. You could just disconnect these, but maybe we can just set them off to the side. So it looks like the next panel they want us to take off is this one right here. Okay, it looks like we're supposed to pry it off maybe up here next to the glove box. So twisting toward me. It wants to come out. Yeah, it's definitely moving. All right, so it's coming out. It's coming with the ashtray. So now I want to get this other side moving. I think this stays, but this piece is going to come up. Yeah, so that pries up. So it looks like we can lift that up and just kind of put it off to the side. I'm not sure if we need to get the wires out. That one you don't even have anything wired. Just put it off to the side. Okay, interesting. Looks like I got to clean this up. It's been a long time of not having that open. Okay. Pry open the center console decorative trim and remove it. Okay. Pry open the outer frame of the radio. Disconnect the connecting wires. Okay. Then pry open the ignition key panel and then unscrew the 4 screws on both sides of the radio. Okay, so we're getting close already. So this is the decorative trim that's around the radio. When I removed the last panel, it looks like it came out a little bit, but if it didn't come out, it looks like you probably enter here. And be careful, take your time. You don't want to crack anything. So when you get to a situation like this, don't pull up on this anymore because these are kind of weak, right? Come over on this side and then start prying up. There we go. Okay. So probably going to be some wires connected to this guy. I'm going to press in on this little tab here and remove this wire. This trim piece out of here. And then they said there's taking out this screw right here with the screwdriver that came with it. There we go. Put that off to the side. You need to pry off this one too. That's the ignition switch. We're going to take out that bolt, that bolt, that bolt, and that bolt, and then we should be able to get the radio out. So let's remove this little protective screen. Looks like we can get access to it up here at the top, upper left. Pull it out of there. Yeah, you have a lot better access to your screen. Won't feel as weird. So I hooked this up to power, and I hooked it up to my iPhone, and it worked great. I had iPhone here on the display, and I was able to do everything. So everything's working great. It's a really easy hookup. I put my car antenna right into, flip this over, put my car antenna right into that one. This is going to be where I'm going to hook up the backup camera. Still need to do that. And yeah, my antenna just went right into there. For other types of, this is part of it for other types of car antennas. But on this 2010 Prius, I just put the antenna jack right into there. I hooked up the GPS. Everything's going great. The only thing I haven't figured out yet is my steering wheel controls for the radio don't seem to be connected yet. And I think that's because we have 4 of these jacks coming out of the radio, and only 2 of them work like plug and play with the ones that are coming out from my car, my 2010 Prius. So the other 2, I would imagine, we'll look into the manual, but probably have something to do with the steering wheel control. So it might not be that I can just plug it in. I might have to like cut and splice, but that'll be no big deal. We'll cover that later. So the other thing I'm having a little trouble with is that this does not have a real easy ability for this radio to be bolted in like the old radio was. It came out of it, but it does seem to fit pretty good into this trim piece. This is the trim piece from the car. So you can just fit it right in there. Just clicks in, and there's one here on the side, clicks in, the side clicks in. So no problem. When you look at it though from the front, this should fit in here closer. So if I push it pretty hard from behind, I can get this front of this plastic to match up with the front of the trim piece, but you got to use a fair amount of force to get that to all fit. And then it won't stay at the top, because at the top there's nothing that'll lock it in. And I may use maybe a little contact cement. Put some here and here, here and here, and then on the trim piece, there and there, and then clamp that overnight. And then I can just install this whole thing as one unit. I think that's going to work good. Hey guys, we got everything working good on our radio. We just want to do the steering wheel controls on this 2010 Prius. So when you look at what's left after you hook up your radio, you have this one coming from the radio or the headset to the car. This one's coming from the headset to the car. And there's these two left. And the one we want to look for the wires for the steering wheel control is the one that has 20 little holes. So 10 across the top, 10 across the bottom. Shows us which ones we want to tap into. We count across the top. The top would be, look at it, would be where you have this little tab that you press down to release it. Looking at that guy, that'd be the top where my index finger is. You count across from your left towards your right until you get to 6, 7, and 8. And those are the wires that we're going to cut. We don't have to cut the other ones. I'm going to cut this back a little bit more. This covering, I'll expose those 3. I'll cut them, but I won't cut them right at the modular connector. I'll cut them about here, just those 3. And then we'll strip them, and we'll hook them up to see if we get steering wheel control. So again, this is on a 2012 Toyota Prius. We're looking at this connector from the car. It has 20 pins. This is the top where my thumb is. I'm going to count across from left to right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you want to get number 6, 7, and 8 and cut them. So let's do that next. So you guys, we measured across, and we cut number 6, 7, and 8. And on this car, 6 is appears to be pink, 7 is red, and 8 is green. And then looks like the ones we want to hook up to control the steering wheel are going to be the orange, and the black. Hey guys, I was able to get steering wheel control. This is on again a 2010 Prius Generation 3. So what I did is I took this jack, which has the 10 across the top, 10 across the bottom. This is the top part with the thing you press down on to disconnect it. And I cut the pink wire, the red wire, and the green wire. Stripped them back. And the green and red wire, I believe, are what are called key 1 and key 2. This is just like a jumper wire to make it reach far enough. But I hook those up. The green wire comes up to the one from the radio is orange and black. So the green one went to orange and black. The red wire, which I think is key 2, went to the one from the radio, the stereo, the orange one. And the pink wire, this is just a jumper wire, I brought it over to the black wire coming from the stereo, which I think that's the ground. And it works, but once you hook it up, you got to do one more step. I'll show you guys. Pretty easy to do. It's just like a programming thing. Turn it on. And from the home button, you press this one called Settings. And then scroll. Oh, sorry, it just did its link up to my phone with the Bluetooth. That's cool. I love how it does that automatically. Let me do it again. From the home button, I'm going to go Settings. I'm going to scroll up, and I have one called Factory Setup. Let me do that. Press that. It's going to want a code, and the default code that you can put in for your radio, works for almost all these Chinese radios, is just 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Press OK. And then we want to go to this button. It says Party Control Learning. Not sure why it says Party Control. Press Party Control. It's a steering wheel key. And then, say you want to get the volume up button. So you press volume up, it'll be blue, and just hold the volume up button on your steering wheel until this turns yellow. There we go. And for the volume down, press volume down, hold it until it turns yellow. Got it. And for the next channel for your radio, go to the next button here. You're going to press next, and then you're going to press this arrow. Sorry, you can't see the arrow very good. Until that turns yellow. And then you're going to go to the previous. It's this one. Keep holding it until that turns yellow. And that's it. And then you just press save. And there's other things you can do with these buttons. You know, you don't have, it doesn't have to be volume. You could make it so that it goes to radio or navigation, whatever you want to do. You can program it yourself. Or AM, FM. That's pretty cool. I do want to try something. I want to sometimes listen to AM radio. I'm going to press AM. I'm going to press short press. Oh, I guess those are all short press that we just did. Now it's on the long press. So all 4 of these seem to work. So we go to AM radio. I'm going to do a long press here. Let's see if that'll turn yellow. Yeah, got it. So I have now an ability to go low volume, high volume with a short press. I can do change the channel down on the radio, up on the radio, and I can go to AM if I just hold this for about 3 seconds. Once you have it programmed the way you want it, just press save. And then if you go back to home, try it. Let's try radio. It's changing the channel. It's working good. It's going up. This one, go down. Yeah, that's good. Volume. Okay, so the volume, every time I click it, it'll go up higher, higher. Okay, gotcha. All right, that's cool. I'm about to put this in. I do want to run the cable to do the backup camera. I'm going to set up that cable, and I'm going to get the cable out here where I can get to it later, and then I'm going to run it back to the camera. Let me finish this up and I'll show you guys. Video, and please subscribe to our channel when you get a chance, and also click the little bell notification button so we can send you weekly videos on all the different ways of fixing appliances around your home and saving you lots of money. So thanks again for watching, and please also press the like button for our video if this was helpful to you. To contact me at the email listed below, which is scottthefixitguy@yahoo.com, with any of your questions.